I think I feel much better. Hello! Did it work? It worked. Excellent. Beautiful. Hi, they can see our faces. Hello. It's great to see you.
Hello.
I am joined on this side of the screen by Lucia. But if you're in my channel, hopefully you know who I am. I'll introduce myself in a second, though. Lucia, who are you?
Hi, I'm Lucia. I'm the owner of Seersword, so that's where you can find me everywhere. I run a little TTRPG company that is, it's just me. It's a little shop. And we're painting tonight. I'm so excited.
Yeah, thanks for joining me. Lucia did the little art at the bottom of the overlay. It's really cute. It is of the two of us standing next to each other with like a paintbrush and like a sword, and I think it's just the coolest thing. It is very adorable. So hello Danny, hey Tom, hey Celine, great to see y'all here. Yeah, the idea for this stream is, what if we hung out and had a good time and just like did some art, basically. So yeah, I'm trying to think like how much more of an intro do we need to do?
I don't know.
I don't know. Anyways, you might know us. You might have seen us from the D&D actual play show on the Rock Punch ATL Twitch channel called Tampo. It takes place at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on the Rock Punch ATL Twitch channel. We just had our premiere this past week. We'll be back for episode 2 this Friday. So come and join us for that. But beyond that, I don't know that there's much else that we actually have to like plug or anything. If there's anything else you're doing, feel free to plug it.
I mean, other than Tom and hanging out with you here, I mean, that's kind of what I've been up to.
Fair enough. All right. Well, that's a good deal. I have to clean up my mini a little bit. As you can see, I've got my little X-Acto knife out. It's very dangerous. I'm going to be careful with it. But yeah, so I can't think of anything else in terms of intros, so we'll hop into painting. What are you painting today? What are you doing?
I'm painting this little turtle. I hope that's showing up on camera. Okay.
Yeah.
He's a little dark right now because I primed him. I like to prime in black. But that's what I'm working on.
Very nice. Is this like a specific character of yours, or just a mini that you had, or do you have a purpose for this mini?
One of my players in my home game actually has a backstory where he has a monk mentor. So I figured it'd be fun to surprise him one session and have his mentor join in a fray and have a mini ready. So that's what I'm planning on, but I don't have a name for him yet. He left that up to me, so
that's fair.
I figure I'll paint the mini and then figure it out after.
Yeah, it's that makes sense. Someone in chat did ask if you're doing candles. You do have candles in your shop, right?
Oh yeah, I should plug that.
It's like kind of a cool new thing. You've also got like a pre-order for something. You should probably plug that too.
Yeah, that's also true. Yeah, my shop this upcoming Saturday, I'm having a candle update. So if you're into like just good smelling stuff, or they're also I infuse little spells in them for your witchcraft uses. So if you want to pick some of those up, they'll be up on Saturday. And then I also have a pre-order going for Sina Una related pins of the Sky Sisters collection. So it's Tala, Mayari, and Hanan, and they're these really beautiful pins designed by Other Moon's Art, who you can find on Twitter. And I'm running pre-orders for those, so I'm super excited because they're gonna be so pretty.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like a really, really cool mini you've got there. Today, I am painting this little elf rogue. The lighting isn't phenomenal because my light is still set up to light me as opposed to the mini, but it's from the Deep Cuts Pathfinder series from WizKids, and of course the camera isn't actually focusing on it, but that's okay. It never does what you want it to do, but that's what I'm doing today. I was just like, hey, I have a bunch of minis that I haven't painted. So I'm gonna kind of paint it like a character of mine, but it's not like specifically for that character so much as I'm just doing it kind of because it resembles a character of mine.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and move my camera.
Yeah, go for it.
People can see. Everybody pay attention to Josh for just a moment.
Hello, dancing bear. I don't know what else to do to keep people entertained.
Alright. Hopefully that looks alright.
You've got, so long as you stay in the center of the camera, you are right where you gotta be.
Okay. So, there we go. Hopefully peeps on stream can see. So yeah. How was your weekend after Tompo?
It was good. So, this weekend, my father and I, who were both fully vaccinated, are past our 2-week waiting period, went down into Chicago, because I live in the Chicago suburbs currently, but I'm in the process of moving to Seattle, and his birthday takes place after I am going to be moved. So we did like a little birthday outing this weekend. We went down into the city. Visited like a brewery or two and just had a nice time hanging out since I won't be around to celebrate his birthday with him.
That sounds lovely.
Yeah, it was a good time. We went to some breweries that we were familiar with. We went to some breweries that we don't know as well, and had some really good beers. We also got a couple of beers to go. I'm very excited about a peach sour ale that we brought home.
Ooh.
That's just because I like the flavor of peach. Hey, thanks, Tom. We'll pass that along. Out of curiosity, and then I'll kind of ask you the same question, Lucia. But I know that some folks had said on Twitter that they might be painting along with us. For those of you in chat who might be painting along with us, I'd love to know what you're painting or what you're working on. You could be crafting anything. It doesn't have to be a mini. But if you are joining us, what you working on? So yeah, how was your weekend, Lucia?
It was pretty good. I had a pretty busy weekend. Like I said, I've been running a home game, which is like an old relic to remember
Yeah.
how to do. Not only like just DMing again, but also having people at my house.
I can imagine that would feel a little bit odd after, a year and change of not.
Yeah. So we've kind of had to do some production things to make sure it works because we're all sitting kind of far away from each other.
Mm-hmm.
At least those of us who are on our first dose of the vax are wearing masks. And I am as well. So I'm like, we're all at like different edges of the room. So
Right.
That's a little different, but it's been fun. So that was kind of my Saturday. I try and cut them shorter, but we get so into it that I'm like, I'll just go ahead and go for another hour, and then it's like 8 hours later.
I know how that is.
Yeah. But that was kind of basically my Saturday, and then Sunday was kind of more chill. We went to go see a family member for Mother's Day. We had dinner with her, so that was kind of what I was up to this weekend.
Very nice. That sounds like a good time.
Yeah.
I hope that it was as fun as it sounds. Yeah, some folks in chat are sharing what they are working on. Danny said that she's making dinner right now, but we'll be painting some harpies from the Arcadia Quest board game, perhaps in a little bit after dinner. Bob, aka Cyclor, says currently working on a paladin on a Pegasus, cleaning up the print problems. That's fair. Tom says he's trying to finish up the Etten from Reaper Miniatures Bones USA line of figures. Ooh, I do like the I do like that Bones line. It's very good. And Rakelai, Rakelai, he's painting the surface of Europa with Vex Radiolor. I can read. Good God. Radioloran fluid in Destiny. He's shooting robots in robot aliens in a video game. I love that. Nice. I think that technically counts.
Yeah.
That technically counts. 10 points for creativity, Rake. A+. All right, I think I've got the worst of the flash off here, and you know, I tend not to be super picky about it because I think it does, depending on where it is, actually lend like some cool textures. But I think I got the worst of it. Alrighty. Besides, it's no fun to just watch me cut stuff with a knife.
I mean, you know, some people might disagree.
That's fair. This mini does come pre-primed, and so aside from like the 5 or 6 places where I've just cut that priming off, I am going to not need to prime it. So I'm going to go ahead and just get my little hobby holder set up. And then we'll get started on my end. I did want to chat about Tompo because, first of all, I thought you did a very good job on Friday. I had a blast. But, you know, you had mentioned ahead of that stream that, you know, this was, you know, not the first time you've necessarily been on a stream, but that you had been maybe a little bit nervous about it. How did you feel after the fact, having been on the stream? Because maybe that's something that like folks can relate to in chat, is like being on a stream or doing something kind of intimidating for the first time. And maybe just kind of talking about that would be a fun thing to chat about today. I don't know.
Yeah, I definitely was nervous. I've done like one shots on screen, yeah, I've done a couple of games, but they were mainly just like, you know, charity one shots or just like the odd one here and there. So it was kind of like, I think there was a lot of it that kind of came with doing like long form, especially.
Yeah.
Especially because we were also doing it with, like we had gotten kind of familiarized with each other, but I had never really I'd never really spoken with Omega before or Lucia, and they're both like two people that I really admire in the community. So I just like, I didn't want to embarrass myself, you know?
I get that.
And that's kind of something that I'm still kind of dealing with, like as long as I have been kind of in the community, is I'm like continuously meeting people and I'm like, oh my gosh, I think that the stuff that you do is so cool, and like I don't want to like make a bad impression or like be embarrassing or whatever. But it was really comfortable. I think like it was also really nice to finally actually play with Paladin as well, because we had like worked on this book for so long together and then like never actually played D&D with each other.
Yeah.
So that was new. But I think as far as like most of it was just hoping that I vibed with everybody, I suppose. Also because like with there already having been a season, and it's kind of like, oh, you have like this new person coming on. That was another factor of it, but it was good. I think that like once we got into it, it's kind of like you get to a point where you've played so much D&D that once you're in the game, you're kind of like, okay, I know like the general way that things work, and I know how things are gonna go. And surprisingly, you don't forget how to play the game as soon as you jump in. But also, like if you do, you hopefully have good people around you who are like, hey, it's okay.
Yeah, that's totally fair. Want to say hello to Brian, who just popped into chat very quickly. Hello, how are you doing this evening? And then also Andrew also just hopped in response to I tweeted last night that I had just under 70 pounds of tabletop gaming books because I've been packing my books. And I finally got around to packing all of my TTRPG books, and I weighed like 90% of my books. And I was like, it's like 60, add on 5 more. It's probably like just under 70. I was just doing some approximates. Look, Brian, that's fair. I've got probably 2/3 of everything that's been published for D&D 5th edition. I've got everything from Vampires, V5. I've got a couple of others. I've got some of the old D&D stuff. Hey, Guilty. I hope you're having a wonderful evening there, Guilty. But like, this is, I think, that's something that a lot of people forget about. I've been in the TTRPG space for like 2 years seriously, maybe like 5 years casually, when I came over from wargaming. So, I've got a little bit of stuff from wargaming, but yeah, like I am super new to the space. Like that's totally true. But so Andrew came in and is bragging about his collection of 140-ish pounds of RPG books. I'll catch you. Just one day. Give me time. But yeah. That's fair. For the time being, you have bragging rights. Gosh. What else do I need? I need a flesh tone.
I'm like instinctually painting this portal green, even though like.
I mean, it could be any color. That could also be like a base shade, and then you could, do other stuff too. It's entirely what you want to do.
Yeah, it's gonna get more interesting. Promise.
Look, no pressure from me, okay?
Those base colors, they're a little flat.
That's fair. Well, you witnessed when I was painting that slod the other day, and I was doing like layer upon layer of colors, trying to figure out how to make it all work. It was. So
You gotta get it there.
It takes time. Okay, let me just get my little paintbrush stand set up, and then we're gonna go. Try to knock off a whole bunch of.
I want to go blue or with warm tones.
You've got 2 printed books. That's fair, Guilty. Well, like, on top of all of the printed books that I have, I've also, got everything on D&D Beyond, a bajillion things on Roll20. I've got PDFs up the wazoo. I have so much nonsense. And you're being greeted in chat, by the way.
Yeah, no, I didn't want to interrupt you.
No, you that's fair. That's totally fine. But yeah, so but you can't weigh virtual books. I just have to like weigh my computer. Look, Guilty. Feel free to share pictures of that beautiful PDF collection. I'm sure we'd all love to see it, since we're bragging about the size of our RPG collections today.
You know what? If you don't have a large collection, that's okay too, because I've been in for a couple of years now, and people will reference certain things in certain books, and I'll be like, I never picked that one up.
And that's okay too, right? Like, not everything is for everyone, and that's okay. The most beautiful one is Lucia's book. I agree, honestly. That's a great book. And I was so excited when I got the little email update like 2 weeks ago that said, we're going to ship out books in the near future. I was like, oh my god, yes! Finally, I'm so excited!
Us too.
I can imagine.
The whole team, we're all like, please, please just let us ship them out already. I just realized this is part of his chest that I'm painting blue. That is his body.
Could be a blue, you know, shaded turtle. Turtles have blue shells sometimes.
Oh boy.
Those board games. Look, we love a good board game collection. My board game collection is small, simply because I haven't had to like get my own. I've always just been able to rely on other people's board game collections, and now that I'm like on my way to move out, I've got to like start stocking up, because I don't know, like, I don't think I get to take like all 4 copies of Risk that we have with me. Just for instance. Nice. Nice. I feel like, you know, the Dragon and Dungeon magazines count. I feel like any of those magazines probably should count. Okay, all right. So I've kind of figured out what I'm doing.
That's good.
That's silver. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna start with the coat or the cloak here, because I feel like that's gonna be like the hardest to get to once I start adding color other places. So I'm just gonna get the coat black, and then from there we can move on. Look, is there another option? I mean, beyond the calyx, you could just do like the smaller size one maybe. But
we got that really big one from IKEA. It's
okay.
Like, got the glass doors on it.
Oh, you fancy.
Yeah. Well, because
Nice.
when I was first starting, we would always hold like games at other people's houses, and there were like certain things where I was like, oh man, I wish that I had like a place for this and a place for that. So when we moved out for the first time, I was like, I'm getting the fancy bookshelf.
Do it.
So I don't have to buy it again also.
You know, that's very fair. That's very fair.
I do like that the calyx is so well known for just being like every type of gamer has it.
It's true. I mean, yeah, the only reason I don't have a calyx is because I have like the smaller model, and I guess I'm gonna have to get one now so that I can be a real gamer.
Yeah. Get on everyone's level, Josh.
I gotta. Look, you know, I've always been aware. This dang paint bottle is stuck. It's okay. I've got a safety pin over here. I've been saying for a long time that, you know, I just gotta get good. So this is clearly just the next area of my life that I gotta get good in. Look, Guilty, your shelves are great, and you've got some phenomenal decorations for your stream setup. So fully support that. All right, that should do it. There we go. Hey, I've actually got paint coming out of the bottle. Huzzah.
For everyone watching who might be wondering what the plan is for this turtle,
have a good one, Andrew.
The answer is I have no idea.
An eternal mood. I improvise almost everything that I paint, so you are in good company.
Yeah, you know, it's I thought I was gonna do this chest plate blue, but now I'm doing the whole cape blue, so we'll see what happens.
Excellent. Yeah, it totally is, Tom. It's like the default shelving unit from IKEA.
Yeah, they're like cubes upon cubes.
Yeah. And like it's all just a big joke, because it's just recognizable and people have memorized what it's called, because everyone's like, oh, what's that one thing that like a bunch of people have in their background on stream with all the books in it or whatever. But
and the LED lights.
And the LED lights. Don't forget the LED lights.
Can't. They're essential.
Brian, Nightbot here has much more chill. I have much more lax Nightbot settings, so you can link if you would like. I keep my Nightbot in in shape. I don't let it get too carried away. Hey, I use like the like what is it? Panel board, whatever, like bookshelves. I just got some cheap bookshelves I got from like Target, so I'm looking forward to maybe upgrading a little bit to IKEA stuff when I move. The gamer lights, oh yeah, gamer lights. Particle board, thank you, Celine, thank you. This is why we keep Celine around, because she knows more than I do. And she's also, like, super cool. But, you know. It's all one and the same.
Alright, I'm going to paint his chest a different color, I've decided.
Okay. What color are we thinking?
I think I might mix up a yellow.
All right.
More center here.
Yeah. Secretly, this project is just so that I can get through the backlog of unpainted minis that I own, because it is obscene.
Yeah.
Your daughter's getting ready to move out, and you're turning her bedroom into your library. Very cool, Tom. Those bookshelves. You'll just have to wait, I suppose. But hopefully you don't miss out on the bookshelf opportunity. Oh,
I know my palette's messy, Danny. I'm sorry.
look. Some people work with messy palettes. That's legitimately why I use paper plates, though, is because I know that, like, I need to see what the color is based off of white, and if I like reuse a paper plate, I'm gonna get like picky about it. I'm like, this is frustrating, and like start like peeling it off of a paper plate, which is why I just use a new paper plate every time. I know it's probably bad for the environment. I'll probably get yelled at, but you know, like. I have to actually see what color I'm working with, and I tend to get mixed and lost of dried paint on a palette like that.
Yeah,
it's just a me thing.
I got the clear acrylic so that, you know, I was like, oh, it'll be so like aesthetic and cute or whatever. And then I started actually painting with it, and I was like, I'm never gonna clean this thing.
That's fair. Terrible. That's fair. But honestly, like, that is a good analogy for my life, where I'll be like, oh, I've got a great idea. And then, like, a week later, yeah, I'm done with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know.
I've decided I'm too lazy to do the thing that I wanted to do.
Kept the dried paint because it looked so pretty. You know,
it's a different kind of aesthetic.
You can keep it, frame it.
Okay. I'm trying to get in there.
This blue looks like so different on stream than it does with my eyeballs.
And that's totally fair, right? And ultimately, you should, you know, be like painting for what you see on your eyeballs, not on stream. But it does, like, it's weird how it looks. I totally get that.
It's alright. I'll take pictures afterwards.
Oh, it was a yard, so that's a bummer, Tom. The particle board song stuck in your head? Oh no, Brian. Oh no. All right. Thank you there, Quaymore. I'll take a deep breath. Always take care of your lungs, folks. Lung health is important, just like other kinds of health is important. All day today, I have had a song by Queen stuck in my head, and I can't get it out. It is the song "There's a Hole in the World." I think that's what it's called. Maybe "Hole in the World." It's just been stuck in my head forever.
That sounds like nicer than the song that had been stuck in my head all day today.
That's fair. Oh, thanks, Quaymore. Appreciate it. I hope you're having a wonderful evening. Welcome on in. Yeah, I'm very pleased with the pink. I was telling Lucia before we got started that I went to my hairstylist, who I've been going to for years and years. She's phenomenal. And when we took the dye out, like when she washed it out yesterday, I stood up and she was like, "Yeah, you look like a highlighter." And I just thought it was funny. But yeah, I do love how vibrant this is. Do you want to share what song was stuck in your head today, Lucia, or no? There's no pressure if you don't want to.
Well, before we started, my husband was saying goodnight because he has to go to bed around like 10:30, so he's like, "Oh, I'll say goodnight to you now." And he came in here and he was like, "Hey, do you want a song before you get started?" And I was like, "No, actually, I don't, because I don't want to default to singing it on stream." And he was like, "Okay, great. What if God was one of us?" And I was like, "No."
Oh, that's funny. I love him. He's got a great sense of humor, from what I know of him.
He's a gem. Except for when he's like my little goblin of a husband.
Hey, everyone has a goblin mode.
Yeah.
Anyone who was here in stream on Wednesday this past week saw me in goblin mode, or I tend to call it gremlin mode, because I was like, on the one hand, super hyper, and on the other hand, like, way too chill. Hey, what's up, Hogmere? And also, hello, Kappa Chris. Welcome in. How are you doing today? Hope y'all are having lovely evenings. Lurk, lurk, lurk. Hey, that's totally fine. Lurkin is what makes the Twitch world go round, frankly. Well, hello. Who let Hawkmere in here? Great question. Probably me, because I like him. Not that there's a locked door or anything. I mean, you can just walk in. This is an open access channel. Unless you're a shitty person, then you're not welcome. But beyond that, everyone's welcome. I'm gonna try to get the
armpit.
Yeah, those little hard to reach places are like the worst. I'm dealing with the hood right now under the hair, and on this mini, it's like impossible to actually like get into the hood easily. And so I'm just gonna like kind of just stick the end of the brush in there and just like kind of wiggle it around and hope I get everything, and then just go over the hair later, because that's all I can do.
This armpit right here for peeps on stream. I'm trying so hard to get in there.
I believe in you.
There's a Tagalog word for you, Josh. Armpit is kili kili.
Can you say that one more time?
Your armpit is kili kili.
Is that an L or a rolled R?
An L.
All right.
I think.
Kili,
At least
kili?
that's how my mom. Yeah, that's how my mom used to
Huh.
tell me.
Huh. Today I learned my first Tagalog word, like really actually. And it's armpit.
Yep.
What a fitting first word.
That's like the one word I know.
That's fine.
Yeah, when I was little, my mom used to, she would used to point out how she could smell people's armpits. When we were in stores, and I prayed that nobody else knew Tagalog, because that's what she used to say to me.
Weird flex, but all right.
Yeah. She would also sniff the air super loud, so I don't know how,
So it wasn't a stealth sniff, is what you're saying.
No, no,
Okay, all right, that's
I was
fair.
very proud about it.
Hey, you know, we're all proud of something. I'm just gonna say that all of this in here up until the actual neck is black because otherwise I'm gonna start trying to like paint things the size of hairs, and that's just not gonna go well because I don't have a very stable hand at all.
I'm trying to figure out what's going on around his neck. That's my issue right now.
That's fair. I can turn Lucia up a little bit. Thanks, Chris. It's also, I think, just because we're like not looking at our microphones when we're talking. You know, we're like talking at the table, and it's just gonna throw off the volume a little bit. But I've turned her up a little bit. Let me know if you'd like to hear a little bit more, Lucia, and we can absolutely turn her up more. That is an easy fix, and we all wanna hear what she has to say. All right, while that black dries. Yeah, that blue does look very good. I mean, like you said, it's not quite the same as what you see as what we see, but I like how bright it is.
Yeah, it's a little more green in person, so it's kind of like
the green of the overlay.
Yeah,
like a bluish green. Okay.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
That I did that.
Fun fact. I actually picked the color of this overlay. I kind of tweaked the color. It was previously not this shade because it reminds me of the shade of the Sina Una dice that you made, which I use for every episode of Tampo. Because it seems fitting that I would use the Sina Una dice while playing Sina Una.
I also use those dice when we're streaming, but they hate me for some reason. So I use my other ones.
Fair enough. Hey, look, I feel like as the maker of the dice, you can choose to do whatever you want.
Yeah, I'll be like, all right, that's enough of that stinky, and put him in jail for a little bit.
Nice. I do like the sound. I do like the sound too, Danny, of the splish splash of water. Some of y'all who are around the channel probably know Kayla, who is in here pretty regularly and streams mini painting. She has a channel point reward on her channel for Splish Splash, where you redeem points and she'll just splash in the water cup. And I think that's a pretty cool channel point reward for someone who does a lot of painting on stream. That actually reminds me, talking about channel points, I added a new channel point reward recently to my channel. No one's probably seen it yet because it's been since the last time I streamed. But fun fact, now for 100,000 channel points, which we call bear hugs here. Although I've thought about changing it to coffee beans. I don't know how anyone feels about that. But for 100,000, I will send you a piece of mail with like a sticker or something cute that I have laying around. I've got a bunch of like D&D stickers. Just something. I'll send you a piece of mail with a little note and a sticker, just like something cute. I was thinking about changing it to coffee beans, especially now that we've got, you know, our affiliate stuff with Found Familiar. I feel like maybe coffee beans makes sense to match like my sub badges and whatnot. I think maybe we should just brand our whole selves as coffee. Just really lean into it, you know?
That might be nice too if maybe we could incorporate coffee into this show.
You know, we could do that. I mean, the issue I feel like for me is that it's very late in the evening, and if I drink coffee after a certain time of day, I am not able to sleep.
Maybe we could do like decaf or something.
Maybe.
I totally get that. I'll sometimes have like coffee with dessert when I'm around like some of the fancier people in my life, mostly my mother.
That's fair.
And then we'll be up like super late, and I'm like, I should not have done that.
I definitely get that. Whenever I'm doing like a fancy dinner out with my grandparents, sometimes we'll do like, a cup of decaf after dinner, and like I can manage a decaf after dinner, but at the same time, maybe I should just sleep. Yeah, Tom, thanks for calling me out. I don't sleep, we know. What is this sleep you speak of? Hey, I made a joke about sleeping. Maybe that counts.
Close enough.
It's pretty similar, right? I've just mixed a little bit of gray into my black. I just realized that y'all can't see it, but I've mixed a little bit of gray in to try to put some highlights on the cloak here.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do an ombre underneath this this cloak, so I don't have to paint the whole thing.
Nice.
That's how we'll get around.
I think that's a good idea. I'm just trying to get used to remembering to keep my mini in frame.
I know. I keep like looking over, being like, "Am I in?" I think I'm doing all right so far. I'm also trying to like look at it. They're so tiny.
I get that. Yeah, one time this was, I think, PAX Unplugged 2019. I was there kind of guesting as GM Lee, who maybe some folks are familiar with. He was doing a paint workshop that I was kind of also attending, and I recall that I had to like tape out on the table like where his hands had to be for the mini to be in frame, because otherwise like no one would be able to like see it on like the little camera, because they had like a little overhead camera, and it was like he had maybe like 4 or 5 inches to operate, and it was really funny.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. I was like, maybe I should tape out where I'm supposed to be, and then I was like, wow, I'm gonna have to move my camera in the beginning anyway, so what if I frame it wrong?
Well, you just have a chance to reframe it, I suppose, but we're not gonna rotate that. I will say that this this hobby holder that I have is a real lifesaver when I'm trying to do steady stuff, because my hands aren't naturally very steady. I can like rotate the little bar to have a little bit of stability, which is nice.
That is nice. I normally would use the little Warhammer clamp things.
Yeah.
But I think this particular one might be a little too small for it.
That's fair. Yeah, Lee's great. Also, does a lot of paint on his stream. Hello! We have Ren and friends coming in from the Grove with a raid. Hello, how are you today? We are painting minis. I am joined by Lucia, who goes by Seersword online. You might know her dice. They're gorgeous. She's got candles. She's got pre-order for pins. Phenomenal human being. Welcome in. Ren, how was your stream today? I hope it was great. What were y'all doing? Hey Dax, it's great to see you. How are you today, my friend? I'm gonna toss a little white in here. It was Chicken Tuesday. Ah, Stardew Valley. We love Stardew Valley.
Well, the years start coming and they don't stop 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 coming.
Hello, Chris. Thank you very much. Yeah, we went with a much more vibrant pink, and I'm quite pleased with it. Gonna add a touch more white in there as I mix it. How are you today? A witch dropped by and cursed your coop. Not your coop. Not the cursed coop. You're right. I'm not gonna get painting done if I stop every time. But I just want to say hello to everyone as they come in because I like it when people show up. And I want them to know that I'm happy to see them. Dax. I'll try to keep going.
Yeah, I watch a lot of people who do
Hey, Sylvia.
story-driven games and such, and I'm like, man, that must be so difficult to like keep up with commentary while also like ascertaining everything that's happening.
The challenge to being a streamer. And they don't stop coming.
And they don't stop coming.
The years start coming and they just don't. They just don't stop coming. The challenge of being a streamer is you just have to be able to maintain like 12 trains of thought at one time.
Yeah, totally.
It's great. It stretches my brain muscles. No, it's good. It's good. It is a good challenge for the brain muscles. But it is a challenge for the brain muscles.
Here's the ombre. It's a little hard to see on camera. That's what it's looking like so far.
Oh, okay. I like that.
So it gets a little bit darker towards the top, so I don't have to paint that.
Good call. That's thinking with your brain. I don't know what the alternative to that is. Thinking with your stomach, maybe?
That's a pretty good one.
Oh, all the cool people are in here. Oh, and thank you, Dex, for the gift sub to Chris. Thank you. I should have said that a moment ago. The whole gang is here. The entire squad. I'm glad to see everyone is here. Time to solve some mysteries. Do it, Sylvia. What mystery are we solving today? I want to know. Yeah, we got Bob here too.
I love watching the little hearts float across the screen.
That, when I found out you could do that on stream, I like freaked out because it's the cutest thing and I love it.
Alright, we are going in with the teensy tiny.
All right, I've got my like shading on the coat. I feel good about that. I've done an extra lighter shade on top because obviously the top of the coat is going to have more sunlight than the bottom of the coat. I keep also saying coat and not cloak, but you know, don't judge me.
Coat, cloak,
Same difference.
Different kind of vampire.
Nice. And Weird Al, I love that. I love that, Bob.
Ah, see, look. As soon as I bring out the detail, just splat it right on his little face.
Okay. All right. I think I'm gonna do purple for the outfit.
I love purple.
Me too. It's a good color. And particularly for this character that I'm kind of painting it for, they're kind of like, you know, like a well-to-do, like kind of higher class person, and so purple is very, very fitting for their outfit.
There we go. He's got a necklace on, so getting in there.
Oh, nice.
I suppose I should fill in this little section I missed.
Have I had any Filipino food before? Here's the thing, I have not. And so I have made a deal with Paladin and Mackenzie that when I get out to Seattle, we're gonna go we're gonna go get some Filipino food. I'm not sure where from, but I have recommendations for several stores with Filipino foods out there, and so I'm very excited to go and get some real Filipino food, because I feel like that's like the one thing that I can't really speak knowledgeably about when we're doing Tampo. Like I know tea. I've had a wide variety of teas, but when it comes to food, Palda's describing these foods. I'm going, I have no idea what that is. And so I'm gonna make them take me to a Filipino food place, or maybe like a grocery store and make a meal or something, so that I can eat Filipino foods. And then when he's talking about things, like I'll actually know what he's talking about, because I do like to like be in the know when I'm talking about stuff. I'm making like a brownish purple.
It'd be so interesting to find out what's your favorite.
I'll tell you. Yeah, I don't know.
It varies. There's so many different types, and I feel like even like for me, there are some things that I'm like, yeah, I won't eat that.
That's fair. But like here's something that like maybe not a lot of people know about me, is like I love like learning things. And so I view like trying new foods as like learning something about a culture. And so I am literally so stoked to like try some real Filipino food and then be able to like talk about it and be like, oh, well, like, the this and that thing like tastes like this. And then like be able to sound like I know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about Filipino food. So
yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I don't have to be an expert, I don't have to be able to cook it, although I would like to, maybe be able to cook it. I feel like that's a good thing to know. But, like, I just want to be able to, like, talk about it without sounding like I have never tasted food before in my life. Because, no, so, like, in college, I used to, like, write a bunch of philosophy papers. We used to do like a weekly 1-page like philosophy paper, just like recapping what we read that week for class. And I always tried to like use analogies. I just always, when I'm like writing or trying to explain things, use analogies to describe things. And so one week, I had said, I had described that someone's like ideology was like the first sip of a sweet red wine on like a cool like spring like evening or something. Like I described it in this really flowing imagery, trying to like really like paint this picture for how refreshing this idea was. And then the next week, some kid who had definitely never before like had a sip of alcohol tried to like describe something as like a cool sip of ale, and it just like didn't have the same effect. And so I know how like it sounds when you're trying to talk about something and you have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to like be knowledgeable with what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
A long-winded way of saying, yes, I want to try it. Please teach. Okay, Chris. Have a great game. We'll see you later, maybe.
Yeah, I feel like there's also a lot of flavors in, I'm sure it's true also like throughout a lot of Southeast Asia, but there are a lot of flavors that are like, you can't really describe them unless you've had them.
Right.
Because like I'll have certain people be like, oh, what does like annatto taste like? And it's like, well, I don't really know how to tell you without you trying it. I also don't like red bean paste, for people in the chat who said that. It's the culture for me though, or the texture of it that I don't like. Sorry, I was reading somebody else's comment.
You're good.
I don't like the texture of red bean paste. That's why normally I'll see if they have like the same dish with like sweet potato filling.
Okay.
And also like I love halo halo, but I don't like beans normally. So if you have it and you're like, I don't like the beans, just know that it's okay. You won't offend anybody.
Cool. Good to know.
And it is kind of like a culture shock, because like when you're like in the middle of having something really sweet and then all of a sudden there's like beans in it. I know for a lot of people it's kind of like, whoa.
That's fair. Yeah, I mean, I tend to like most foods. Like, I am pretty easy to please when it comes to food. Like, if it's edible, I'll probably like it, frankly. But I'm just excited to try it because I don't know. I feel like that's it's a learning experience.
Yeah, for sure. For sure, always good to try.
And then if I don't like it, then I can talk about that and too, like. And I can, like have Dai, for example, my character, for Tampo, be like, oh, I don't like that, and like talk about it, and like give a reason why, because he doesn't like it, because it, doesn't taste like the sea or something, because he grew up by the sea. You can start to work with that once you know what you're talking about. When you don't know what you're talking about, you just sound silly.
Yeah, and I think at least for me, like I think a lot of people who try Filipino food for the first time, a lot of them kind of have this like they don't like it initially because a lot of the flavors are so like they're not super subtle, I think.
Sure.
They are in some
Hey, what's up, Brain Beast Studios? Hey, Dex. Thank you for those gift subs.
Wow. But yeah, so like for me, I'll find a lot of things that are like personally, I think they're kind of bland.
Sure.
Whereas other people that I'm with are like, no, like there's like so much flavor in this, and I'm like, I'm not getting it. But I think it's just like because I grew up with like, a ton of everything and everything.
Right, and like that makes sense,
Yeah. So definitely one of those things where I think it's good for people to try, just because like you'll never know, I think.
Well, Dax, you've officially beat out Mindy for most gift subs, so congratulations on that gold first place match. Consider yourself a winner. I mean, everyone, I like everybody, but you're a winner. But no, thank you very much. Oh, and thank you. I appreciate that, Sean. I had a lot of fun doing the Australian Jaspers game. Thank you, Red, for those bits. I agree. Dex is a winner. Oh yeah, happy to do that. 100%. These are all like remixes or like internet songs. Several of them are from Shmoyoho, who did like those like songify things where they would take like news interviews and then like auto tune it. We love Corgos. Yeah, we love Corgos here.
I've given up with trying to squirt this paint, so we're just gonna unscrew the top.
That's fair. Yeah, I've had to unplug like 2 or 3 so far today. Is it obvious that I don't paint enough? That like some of my paints get like dried in the cap? Because we're gonna change that. We're gonna change that. I'm gonna paint more.
I would like to think that I paint enough, but I just don't take the steps to clean up after myself.
That's probably also fair. Probably also true of me, frankly. Because when you go clean up after myself, I go, you mean like just pick up the stuff off of your desk? Because I do that.
And I move it somewhere else.
Ooh, and Boston Terriers. Yes, very cute. Very cute. Very cute, to be sure. Now, Lucia, I know that you have a dog. What breed dog do you have?
Well, for the purposes of my apartment, she's a lab.
Ah, a lab.
She is a mutt.
Sure.
So she's mixed with some other breeds. But she's also a certified emotional support dog.
Heck yeah.
So they can't discriminate against her breed.
Heck yeah. Your dog is a professional.
Exactly, yeah. She's a good dog. She's just, there was a really bad storm that happened today, so she had a little accident, but you know, it happens.
That's fair. Have a good night, Dax. Thank you so much. I hope that you have a wonderful evening. Oh, Nightbot says to drink some water. Okay. Not paint water, though.
Yeah, all I've got is Gatorade, so,
Hey, that counts. That's hydrating. You know, it's better than the beer that I'm normally sipping on. Thank you, Ren. It's always great to see you. I hope that you have a wonderful evening as well. Okay. I think I'm gonna do more of a base brown on the arms and legs. You got some Killian's Irish Red tonight. Very nice, Tom. Very nice. Killian's is some good stuff. I have some more of the Munich Helles that I've had the last couple of streams, I think. Or the not the. Yeah. Wait, yeah, it is the Munich Helles. I know what I'm talking about. For a second, I was like, no, you're lying. It's not a Helles. I'm wrong. Don't listen to Josh. He lies.
Is there like a profession where you like pair beers with things professionally, or ales, something like that?
I would imagine that might fall under what a sommelier would do. Hello. You can't see me through the emotes. That's fine. Welcome in, Shelby and friends. It is a delight to see you here. How was your stream? This was what, Borderlands Tuesday, right? I hope that you had a wonderful time, that it was great. I hope that you won, if there were things that you could win, that you completed missions that could be completed. But welcome. It's great to see you. Fun fact, not only is Shelby super cool, but I may or may not be planning for a charity game thing with her sometime in the future. Details maybe to be announced. I don't know. But, you know, she's been a part of all of our, well, I shouldn't say all of, some of our D&D stuff here. The Disney D&D games that we did last year. And so we definitely love Shelby around here. Yes, details soon when they're ready, which is the key that we have to get to, is having details ready. Because that is always the challenge with anything, is details. And that is also where the devil resides. Yes, Lucia's turtle looks great, and she is moving so much faster than I am.
I'm trying to have a finished product so that...
A finished product?
Yeah, so that we have like some, promo material here.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, like, I didn't think I was gonna possibly get one done. Unless you want to go, like, a little bit later than 2 hours, but,
We normally do.
Look, that's fair, but that's also just, like, us hanging out, and I don't want to just, like, keep you captive for, like, forever. Because I'm sure you have other things you'd like to do, too, like go cuddle with your puppy or something.
She's not the biggest cuddler.
Oh, that's very sad, frankly.
She is sometimes, but she likes her space. I'm trying to figure out what this little doodad he's got on his belt is.
Is it like a potion bottle type of thing, or like a pouch? Like
It looks kind of like a dragon fruit. It's weird.
I suppose it could be whatever you want it to be, frankly.
I might sometimes I keep the backing cards just so I can see how they painted it, so I know what it is.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Probably a good idea. Might help.
I might look him up to see
Go
how
for
they
it.
painted it, to be like, what is going on here?
Go for it.
We'll place him here.
Oh, I've made the mistake of painting the outside of the pants before I did the inside, and now I've got to, like, get in.
Why would you do that?
Ah! A rookie mistake. Gonna have to go over it anyway, so let's just get in there. This is why you shouldn't let me plan things for you, because I will forget the first step and save it for the last step, and then have to improvise.
I found him online. It looks like an item. A nondescript item.
Then I think it is your choice what the nondescript item is.
Oh, hey, there's a review by the Gallant Goblin here. We love.
Yes. The folks over at Gallant Goblin are pretty cool.
Yes. We met at Lost Odyssey like a while ago now. Super cool people.
Very nice. Yeah, I think I played a game with them. It might have been a Cena Una playtesting session, honestly. I can't remember when, but I know that I've played a game with Theo, I believe.
Okay, I'm just gonna go with a color. We're gonna say that it's that color. I know.
Perfect. Look, that's what I do. When I don't know, I improvise. It's why my projects sometimes go up in flames and sometimes don't. It's because sometimes I'll just be like, yeah, I don't know, I'm gonna improvise.
Yeah, you know. Who makes
That's okay.
plans nowadays?
Plans? Psh, I ain't got time for that.
Oh, I think it is a little, what do you call it for, like, water?
Oh, a little, like a little, like, canteen or something?
Yeah, because I think it's got a little spout on the top. Of it.
Okay. Hey, you've solved the mystery.
There, for the Scooby Gang. The mystery.
Excellent.
It has been solved.
Whoa. Zoinks!
What is the turtle's strange item? 'Tis a canteen.
Very nice. I was very proud of myself today. At work, I made a joke that made everyone be like, no, get out. Leave the Zoom call now. I was so proud of myself. I'm not saying that was the highlight of the day, but it might have been the highlight of my day.
That kind of looks like a heart, but you know what?
Hey, we like hearts. We like hearts.
Water skin? Yeah, I think so. I just wonder why it's spiky. Cool design, I guess.
Maybe it's made from like a shell of some kind? Like the kind you would find on the beach?
Maybe.
I don't know.
I thought you meant like a shell of another turtle, and I was like, maybe, but
That's
kinda
probably dark. No,
Yeah.
I was just thinking like, like maybe the turtle lives by the water, and like sometimes at the water you can like walk down the beach and see like shells. Maybe it's a shell.
Could be a shell with a little spout on it.
Yeah.
A gourd hollowed out and used for a vessel for liquids. It could be a gourd. That's a good guess.
It does look very gourd-like.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe the color it's gonna be eventually will work for it then.
Well, gourds come in all shapes and sizes, and who's to say you couldn't paint it if you wanted it to be a different color?
Exactly.
Well, the years start coming and they don't stop coming and they don't stop coming and
Hey, what's up, Nick?
they don't stop coming and they don't stop coming and they don't stop coming.
And they don't stop coming. How are you today, my friend? I hope you're doing well. Welcome on in. It is great to see you. We are just painting some minis. As you can see, I have, I should put this in front of the camera, a partially painted rogue here, an elven rogue. I should put this where you can see it. And then Lucia here is working on a turtle monk, we said, right?
Yeah. I think it's supposed to be a druid, but he's gonna be a monk.
It's whatever you want it to be.
He'll be a monk.
But yeah, so that's what we're doing today. What are you up to, my friend?
We're going with some highlights.
Yeah. We love highlights.
I am going to be using my hand. I promise my paints are not toxic.
Cool. I mean, look, you do you. Sometimes artists suffer for their craft. Like, seems like that's your choice.
It comes off with water. It's okay.
Hey, Paladin, and also hello, LD. We are painting. Oh, your May one shot. Nice, Nick.
Can you see what's in it? Oh, yeah, you can kind of see it in here. So little highlights on his skirt.
You're gonna need some more bases. I don't know that. Yeah, I mean, look. If you need more bases, get more bases. I was about to make an "all your base are belongs to us" joke, but then I couldn't like find the words in my head to actually make that like not be too forced. So I just gave up. But that's, for the record, that's where my brain was I was trying to make an "all your base are belongs to us" joke, and then my brain was just like, no, you're not gonna do that. Well, thanks there, Kenson. Appreciate that. Hope you're having a wonderful one, and hopefully you can get more bases. Maybe like, bass guitars, maybe some baseball bases, whatever kind of bases, all the bases. You should cover all your bases. Okay. Alright, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm actually gonna do a black and then silver mixture for the shoulder and arm guards. And then I'm gonna put that on the boots as well, but it's gonna be a little more black for the boots. And also, Lucia, just so you know, we can take a break whenever you want. But you can also just walk away whenever you want and be like, nah, I'm out. I'm done. I'm out of here. And that's okay,
Just
too.
leave.
Yeah, but,
Oh yeah, I'm done. Bye.
I've had enough of Josh and his jokes. We'll maybe there won't be a next time. See y'all. That would be totally fine.
Trisha Paytas.
Look,
Frenemies.
if you want to do it. But yeah, we can take a break whenever you want. If you're like, you know what, now's a good time. Just be like, hey, Josh, do the thing. We're gonna take a break, and that's cool. Or we'll probably, if you don't have a preference, we'll probably do it in like 30-ish minutes or so.
Yeah. Whatever's good with me. I'm on highlights, so I'm like hyper focused right now.
Hey, Will, you just keep killing it then.
This is a little skirt.
But so the reason I'm doing this black silver mix is then I'm going to go over it with a silver dry brush to give like a more textured armor appearance on the shoulders.
Yeah, I told myself that I was gonna do gold, and then I forgot to bring my gold paint in here. So.
Oh no.
We shall see what happens. But it'll be alright. I can grab it during the break or something.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, that dry brushing the silver on is a little trick that I picked up from Lee, actually, from that class at PAX. It was an educational session for me. I had not done armor like that before, and I liked it. We just did a black base that time, but I'm going to try to spice it up a little bit here. Everyone likes your turtle, Lucia, and I want to echo the praise that everyone else is giving you. And say that I also agree that you're doing a good job, but I'm not saying it out loud. I'm just thinking it.
That's okay. I keep looking over at our call instead of the stream, so I'm like, I keep looking over and be like, oh yeah, Josh, I love your face, and then I like.
Oh, she said she loves my face. Oh, that's so sweet.
Then I'm like, I should check on how the mini is going, but I keep looking over at at our call.
Oh. Yeah, I've only got a handful of washes, Tom. I've got like a nice gray wash that I'll usually use for that. But I don't have like a metallic wash per se. Although I do actually have a couple of washes that I haven't used yet, and I should probably look and see what they are, because maybe I have something that's useful. I'll take a look at that in 2 seconds when I'm done with this section, and I'll actually let you know what I have.
Oh, look at this funky little bottle we've got. Here we go.
Water down some black paint. Okay, cool.
What kind of paints do you use?
So I've got a variety of paints. I have a set of Reaper paints that were kind of like my first set of paints. But I also have the Master Series. These are. I've got the Master Series from Reaper. Sorry, I was reading the bottle and I was like, wait a minute. But then I also have a smattering of the D&D Nulzer's paints by Army Painter. And I've got a couple of the D&D paints as well from I think like an Icons of the Realms kit. So I've got a mixture of things.
I am using folk art acrylic paints.
Nice. There's nothing wrong with that either. Especially since most of the art that I feel like you normally do is with different mediums.
Yeah, I really like them. They're super solid, and they're cheap. So, you know, use what you got.
Absolutely.
The
If
only
y'all
thing is
haven't,
that, I can't do washes over them because it just cleans them up.
because it's water based, right?
Yeah.
You know, if y'all haven't, Lucia does a lot of really cool art stuff on your TikTok.
Yeah.
It's Seersword on TikTok as well, right?
It's Lucia Versprilli on TikTok.
That's right. That's right.
I don't promote it as much just because like I never post there, but yeah, I do like random stuff there.
But I do highly recommend checking that out to see some of the other cool artwork that Lucia does. To thin your paint so you don't lose details. That's a good point. That's a good point. It's nice having like people who know what they're doing in chat to be like, "Hey, Josh, don't fuck up." Because guess what? I'm over here fucking up.
Yeah, do those paints like stack up a lot or something? I always see people talking about thinning them out.
A little bit. It's not horrible, but I tend to get too much on my brush, and then I've got a little bit too much paint on there. Whereas if you just get less on the brush, then you know you're in better shape all around. Have a great night, Danny. Thank you so much for being here. Always a delight to see you, my friend. Hopefully, we'll see you again before too long.
Good night, Danny.
But hey, if anyone's looking for a place to get like homemade, like handcrafted dice bags, go check out Danny at Danny Yogani on Twitter. I have multiple dice bags from her, and they are my favorite things. They're so cute. I cannot recommend them enough. That's true. That's very true, Tom. That's kind of generally what I try to do. Is I'll try to like use a darker shade and then go in with a slightly lighter shade over it. Not that I'm, the most technically proficient when it comes to mini painting, but that's the general principle that I try to do. Honestly, I've painted more dragons than like humanoid minis. And with dragons, I feel like you can cheat because you just like dump them in one color and then like toss some highlights and some shadows on there and you're good. Hit a wash and like, cool, I'm done. Took me 2 hours. Nice.
Yeah, and then the humans are like, okay, now do the other eye.
Oh gosh, let's not talk about eyes. You were on the call with me when I was doing the slot eye. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do the second eye. I hope I don't fuck up. I hope I don't fuck up.
Yeah.
I hope I don't fuck up.
That's how it is.
I didn't fuck up for the record.
I feel like that's how it is in like traditional art as well.
Eyes are just hard, I think.
Yeah. It's also like if you get them too even, then like you get that kind of like weird uncanny valley effect. Like I feel like people aren't supposed to be like too symmetrical.
Ha, too even. What's that like?
Yeah.
You must be like good at art or something, Lucia, because I've never done that in my life.
if you just like do one half of somebody's face and then you click like the mirror button, it's like, oh,
Right.
I don't know about that.
That's fair. Some more of that. We'll do the other side real quick. This leg should be a little bit easier, I think. If you put a face in Photoshop and mirror either half with itself, you wind up with two different faces. That's fair. That's very fair. Unless, of course, someone was perfectly symmetrical. Well, hello. Welcome on in to our lovely friends from Bard and Barbarian. How are y'all today? Look, y'all, if you want to go see some incredible TTRPG content made by some phenomenal people, you should check out Bard and Barbarian. Hello, hi, they are some of my very favorites. Very cool people, and just ridiculously fun and creative. Hello, welcome. If you're coming in and you're like, hey, what's going on screen? What's up? My name is Josh. I'm a freelance tabletop game designer. I'm a variety streamer. Today we are painting minis. I am joined by Lucia, aka Seersword. What do you do?
I run a little TTRPG business called Seersword. I'm on Tompo with Josh, which is based off of a supplement that I led with a team of all Filipinos to do pre-colonial content for 5e. And I'm also running pre-orders on pins that are related to that book. If you like pre-colonial Filipino mythos. And right now I'm painting this little turtle.
It's a very cool turtle. Yeah, we got Paladin in chat. We got so many friends in chat. You'll love to see it. But yeah, so we're just hanging out, painting some minis, having a good time. So welcome on in. I hope that y'all had a good stream. What were you up to today? So, you mentioned there that we're playing in Tompo together. I don't think we've mentioned yet on this stream, although we did, obviously do a brief introduction on Friday. We're doing something kind of fun with our characters in Tompo, where we're playing like, I think the appropriate term is in-laws, but like, so in the D&D game, right? Like, my kid married her kid.
Yeah.
And we had so much fun. I had so much fun being like, ugh, not you. Ugh.
Yes.
On Friday, it was pretty silly, but also just an absolute delight.
We love the in-law energy.
Look, I just don't want to get stuck at a party with you, that's all.
Yeah. And I would absolutely hate to be at a function with your character as well.
Look, that's fair. That's fair. I wouldn't want to get stuck anywhere with, well, I was about to say me either, but, same difference. But
It's gonna be so fun.
that's a fun dynamic that I'm very excited to play with as the season progresses. I'm hoping that we can eventually wind up, with like characters who like each other.
Oh yeah.
We just got to get there.
For sure.
Hey, Scrap Threads, how are you doing this evening? Wait, you're calling Kappa Chris a nerd? What? What? Kappa Chris? A nerd? You must have the right guy.
It was actually funny. We were playing in Tompo, and I think it was Omega's character who had brought up a name of one of the people in their past, which was Ulan.
Yeah.
And just a couple of days before, or like a week before, we had played in a charity stream with Kappa where his character's name was Ulan. And so I was
nice.
like, oh my god.
Kappa! Are you in this game? I love that.
Is it my good buddy Kappa? Especially because in that one shot he was playing with a very obvious 1038. Can you take me? She's right here. Go ahead, then. Go on.
Hello to Mr. Lucia. We hope he's having a wonderful evening.
My pup she's being stubborn.
Go
on.
Look, I do have a bunch of nerds that hang out here. Well, you see, Chris, right? Lucia's talking about the game that you had played. Was that Friends Who Roll Dice? That charity game? Or was that a different channel? I thought it was Friends Who Roll Dice.
Yeah.
But so there was a mention of a character in CB's backstory in Tompo on Friday with the same name, and so she was saying like, oh, it seems like maybe like that's your character in their backstory or something. I don't know. It was funny. It was funny. I did not actually put two and two together to realize that was the same name as Chris's character until you just mentioned it.
Yeah.
But now that you've mentioned it, I'm going, what if? I don't think CB would be thinking that.
No, I don't think so.
I'm sure he's got something else in mind, mainly because I know that he's had this character's backstory in mind for a while. But that would be funny. All right, let's see if I can show this off well on screen. If I do it like this, I'm not going to get it close enough, I don't think. I don't think it's going to work. That's not going to do what I wanted to do. That's fine. Can I, like... So, I'm trying to show off what it does, and I don't think autofocus is going to be nice with me. Curse you, autofocus!
You gotta do, like, the beauty influencer hand behind. Alright, I think I'm gonna do the skin.
Curse you, autofocus!
Curse you!
Okay, fair enough, Paladin. Go get that. And I'll put a picture in Discord. How about that? I'll put a picture in Discord of what I'm doing, because it's where did I put my phone? It's over here. Let me go grab that. Because it gives this cool like kind of weathered armor pattern with the darker shade under the dry brushed metal, and it's like the coolest. It's the coolest mini painting trick I know is how to do armor. I'll grab that and I'll put it in the Discord. Give me 2 seconds.
I hope that this color works because it's my first time using it, so we'll see what happens here. Oh yeah, that's pretty nice.
Okay.
Go out of focus this whole time.
I mean, it looks okay. It looks okay on my end, I feel like. Okay. All right. So, nice close up. All right, let me just make sure that it's not blurry. Okay, hey, actually, that turned out all right. All right, I'll drop this in my Discord. If you're not in my Discord, I'll put a link here if anyone wants to go see it. Your Etna's done. Very nice. Very nice, Tom. Yeah, please pop that in there. Okay, and I'll put this over here. I'll put it in selfie. Yeah, no, I'll put it in art. I've got an art channel. I should use it.
Not wiping off enough of my dry brush here. There we go. Sort of fixed it.
There, I've put it in Discord for anyone who wants to go check it out. Okay. Now I'm gonna do the other side. But if you compare, the shoulder that I'm showing off with like the knee in Discord, you'll see like the difference of what just dry brushing a little bit of the metallic paint on top does it. Everyone loves this mini that Lucia's doing. It's so good, isn't it? It's phenomenal.
Yeah, I really like how this cloak turned out. It's a little bit more, I think the highlights are a little bit more tan in person, so.
Right.
Again, I will have to take a picture afterward. As he is so bright.
We do like bright though.
We do. I'm excited to try and do this face on camera.
Yeah.
You may just get a shot of the back of my head as
Look.
I'm so close to it.
That's fine. I am struggling right now, right? Trying to sit up just enough for people to see my face, maybe. They're getting a lot of the top of my head, which is fine. It's just a bunch of the color pink. And also trying to get my mini somewhere where it's visible to the camera here. So, it's a struggle, and that's okay. That's okay. I believe in you. That's what matters. All right. I'm going to do some more dry brushing.
This is gonna be so good for my mini collection.
Right?
I mean, people are gonna be like, wow, you're getting one done a week. And I'll be like, it's crazy.
Yeah. So, yeah. This is kind of like a test run to see how this goes with Lucia and I. But we're talking about maybe doing this a little bit more once I get settled out in Seattle. Which would be... a cool thing to have kind of regularly, just an opportunity to hang out, paint. For me, it's also, work through backlog of minis. But also, it goes both ways. We can all get more minis done.
Go make your dinner, Kappa. Thank you for stopping by.
Yeah, dinner's very important, but it's always great to see you, my friend. I hope you have a wonderful evening and a very good meal. Get a little more there. And a little more there. All right, I think I got the boots. About where I want them to be.
It's looking a little more old now. What's the goal? I gotta paint this hand.
All right.
Here.
Hey, Tumor Boy, how are you doing, my friend? Hope you're having a good evening. We are just hanging out and doing a little mini painting today. It's all right. Glad to hear it. Very glad to hear it. Okay. Gotta get that spot. All right. You post him? Cool, cool. Thanks, Tom. It's been pretty good. It's been pretty good. We're just kind of hanging out, chatting, having a nice time, getting some work done. It's good. I'll tell you what. This is very relaxing. More than anything else, I'm like relaxed.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like normally I work best when there's like a little bit of soft music playing in the background and I have somebody to talk to, so.
Absolutely. Ooh, that Etten looks so good, Tom. I love the detail on that. Very nice. Thanks for sharing that. Oh, I know. Don't worry. There are so many painters who have been doing this for longer than me and know what they're doing better than I do. But I just love seeing what people who know what they're doing can do. Oh, look at that. That looks super cool. I like the decision you wound up going with for the turtle's skin too.
Yeah, I want him to look kind of Master Oogway-y.
Yeah, I love that.
I wanted to do lighter so he looked like he'd been kind of bleached by the sun.
That looks super cool.
I think I'll do his shell. We got Nightbot saying calling for water.
Water? Okay, fine. I'll stay hydrated. Gosh, Nightbot. I'm almost out of water, which means at that point we might need to take a break. Gatorade's just like flavored water.
Yeah. It's been one of the really good things that I found for like headaches and whatnot.
Yeah. I feel like Gatorade is good for a lot of things. I like if I'm ever feeling like a little bit nauseous, I'll try to have just a little bit of Gatorade, just a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that helps there too, and it could all be psychological, frankly, but it feels like it helps, which means that it has to, right? Like,
Yeah.
that's what that means.
Because I was doing like an amino acid mixture, which was helping, but it gives me like this really weird mucus in the back of my throat.
Ah.
Which obviously like makes it kind of hard to talk.
Yeah,
and not be like, bleh.
That makes sense.
But I switched over to Gatorade and the suggestion of my husband, because he's not like a trainer or anything, but he certainly works out more than I do. He's like, yeah, maybe that'll help. So Gatorade.
That's totally fair. Gatorade is pretty good. Ginger ale's a cure-all. Yeah. Oh, Tom's Frost Giant looks so good. Are you like done with that? Cause it was wicked. Oh, that's my Bostonian coming out. It was really good. It was wicked awesome, I tell ya.
Like I've got this second palette on my hand here.
Right. Look, I don't have that yet, but it's all over my fingertips, so you know, same difference.
Oh yeah. You gotta get in there.
Absolutely. All right. For some reason, this rogue has heads on his waist, so I'm gonna just toss some paint on these heads, just some generic flesh tone, I guess, because I don't know how committed I am to doing a really detailed job on the heads of dead people. But you know, they're here.
You'd be surprised. The amount of detail in a head.
Oh, there's a lot, but at the same time, right, like, there are these tiny heads just strapped to the dude's belt. I'm like, come on, man. Have a little decency and bury the head with the rest of the body. You did bury the body, right?
Oh my gosh, I told myself I was gonna do this hand and then I totally forgot about it.
Hey, there's no time like the present, right?
Let's cover that real quick before I forget again.
Okay, I'm gonna finish the heads on this guy's sides, and then maybe we'll take a break at that moment.
Cool.
In like, 5-ish minutes or so. Something like that.
I will go grab my gold.
Good, we need the gold. It's like, who sings that song? I've got the magic in me, because the line is, every time I touch that track, it turns into gold.
Exactly.
Gotta get the Midas touch out here.
But it will be this Torto's jacket.
Yes, very good. Very good. Okay, all right. Gonna do some brown hair on this guy's head. I'll make it a
diversity.
a lighter brown. And then I'll do a black on the other one's head.
Inclusive heads.
Look, if you're gonna kill someone, you might as well.
Make it equal.
You might as well be an equal opportunity murderer, I suppose. I don't know. I don't condone murder. I want to make that clear, everyone. If you are watching today's stream, please don't go home and be like, "Hey, Josh told me that murder's cool." I did not say that.
Equal opportunity.
No, don't murder anybody. I don't support murder. Chat, I don't support murder.
On the record, Josh does not support murder.
Off the record, too. Don't put words in my mouth, Lucia. Gosh, trying to get me in trouble over here.
We're being inclusive. It's okay.
Okay. Okay.
Obviously not. We're not a crime podcast, right?
No, if we were a true crime podcast, then maybe we... I don't know. I don't know what true crime podcasts talk about. Maybe they do condone murder. I'm not sure.
Well, I mean,
They definitely talk
condone
about it.
Yeah, they have to condone it to a degree. Otherwise, what are they going to talk about?
I don't know. What's up? What's up? We got Sheathmaker in the house. Hello, Ikaika. How are you? Good to see you, my friend. Yes, I am flabbergasted because Lucia's trying to put words in my mouth and say that I'm okay with murder. And I'm not. Don't murder people. You're well, excellent. I'm glad to hear that. I did not say that.
In context, it was about a little miniature.
In context, it was about a minute, yes. Gonna mix a little brown in there. I am very glad to hear that you are well. That's important.
All right.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you for that clip. I cannot wait to watch that. I cannot wait to watch that after the stream and be like, oh God.
Amazing. Oh boy. I suppose. Oh, I was gonna do this shell. That's what I was gonna do. Okay. Back to it.
Let's get to it. No, I'm not incriminating myself. Lucia is putting words in my mouth. Totally inadmissible in court. Thank you. Thank you, Brian. Dang. Gosh, I'm gonna get in so much trouble from this.
The shell. That's what I was doing.
Shadow. Or shell.
Shell.
Shell. I know. I can hear words. My ears work.
Shell.
Shell me something I don't know. This has been my cover of the song by Selena Gomez. It's a deep cut.
My husband had suggested that we do like art challenges while we paint minis.
Art challenges? How?
Yeah.
What type of challenges?
Like a what do you call it? Like we could do a limited palette challenge.
Ooh, interesting. You mean things to like get better as artists or something?
Or just give the chat something to laugh at.
Oh, well, it's fine. I already do that every day. It's not
Exactly.
it's not like I need to help them find something to laugh at. I'm right here, like, gosh.
I was trying to think of the other one, but
That's a cool idea.
things like that. And also, might just be doing regular paintings here as well.
Yeah, I mean, this doesn't have to just be mini painting, right? This can be any art medium that you want to do. You know, maybe one day we'll like get Danny to come hang out and do work on a dice bag while she's chilling with us or something. Like we could do anything.
Just hanging out, having a good time.
Yeah.
Or we could do trivia while we paint.
Cool. We could do trivia. Depending on the type of trivia, I'm either gonna be really good at that or really bad at that.
Oh yeah.
Eyes emoji? What's our eyes emoji, Ikaika?
There is shell for you. What's it looking like so far? It's so textured.
Yeah, trivia's always fun. I used to do like bar trivia all the time, and then there was this pandemic that happened. And, like, all the bars stopped doing trivia. It was really weird. I was like, that's a strange thing, like... But, you know.
I I was playing along with Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader the other day, and I was like, oh, I am not actually.
Oh, I am absolutely not smarter than a 5th grader. Not at all. Yeah. The thought is to do some more art type streams, Ikaika. Trying to branch out beyond just video games. And really what I've found is that I think people here, specifically here on this channel, like, we tend to really enjoy like doing chill stuff, like casual stuff. It's super kind of low energy, relaxing, and so you know, art type streams fit that to a T. So I'm trying to find new artsy things to do on the channel.
Scrap threads. I'm trying to make it neat for stream here. I hope he's a cute turtle.
It's a very cute turtle. All right. I don't know Jer Bear Scarret. They're definitely tougher than what I know, but at the same time, like, maybe I've just forgotten stuff in the last 15 years? I'm trying to... Hold up. Okay, hold up.
5th grade is 12, right? At least for us here in the US.
Are you 12 when you're in 5th grade?
I think so.
If you're 12 in the 5th grade, then that's basically... It's... I think I'm right. I think it's 15 years. Look, Brian. Brian, that's okay. It's okay. We are happy to have people here, no matter how many years it's been since they were in 5th grade. The only limit is that I think Twitch terms of service say you have to be like 13 to use the platform. So don't be under 13 and you're fine. Although I do think I have the mature thing on my channel. So don't be under 18 because we swear here sometimes.
Yeah, if you're in 5th grade, then maybe not.
Right. But also if you're in 5th grade, why are you in my chat? Like, I would not want to be here if I was in 5th grade. I'd be like, who's this old guy and why is he so weird? That's my 5th grade voice.
I was gonna say. Just think all 5th graders talk like that, huh?
Yeah, these old farts. I don't know. All right. Why don't we take our break really quickly?
All right.
So we can kind of go do whatever we gotta do. Grab a snack, grab a drink, get whatever like other supplies you need to do. Stretch, walk around. We'll come back in about 10-ish minutes or so. And we'll do some more painting. So, yeah, that looks so great, Lucia. So we'll be back in about 10-ish minutes. Do what you gotta do, and we will rendezvous here.
All right.
Be back in a sec.
Just don't feel right. I think I feel much better.
can't deny. Someday just pass me by. You know I've been feeling much better at
Hello, we are returned back from break just on time. Wow, we timed that. That was like 10 minutes to the dot, Lucia.
See, we're a little professional.
That is talent. Wow. Okay. And we're just kind of gonna keep going. I am going to maybe do a little bit more with I'll leave the heads on the side of this mini for the time being, and maybe I'll come back later. But I've got to do with the head and the hands and the I can't tell if I think one is a sword and one is a dagger. Put it here for chat to see. So I got the heads on the side, one there and one there. There. But so all that's really left unpainted aside from the base is just head, hair, and then hands and knife and sword. So, and then from there I might start going in and adding additional details, but want to at least, get base layers on everything. Hey, what's up, Nathan? How are you today? It's good to see ya. Hope all is well. Alrighty. So, for this elf guy, I figure he's a little bit more kind of suntan, spends a little more time outside. So I want to take my flesh tone paint and maybe add a drop of brown to it to try to better match that shade. Hey, Sarah. Hello. I'm doing pretty well, Nathan. I'm having a nice day. Lucia, how are you doing?
I am good. Hello.
Good. Wonderful. Yeah, I am joined by the incredible Lucia, aka Seersword, maker of dice, candles, pre-order for pins. Check out all the good stuff. Books. She makes books.
I made a book so far.
So you have made a book.
A book.
Are there more than one copy of said book existing?
I suppose so.
Then books! Books! Yes. Hello. Welcome on in. I'm glad that you dropped in to say hi. And we're just hanging out, doing some mini painting. Yes. Lucia, you're currently doing pre-orders for the pins, correct?
Yes. They are based on aforementioned book. So they are the Sky Sisters from pre-colonial mythos. So they're these really pretty, like moon and star and dawn inspired pins. They're available on my store at Seersword.com. For pre-order right now.
Nice. And when are those going from pre-order to like normal order?
I am hoping to get them the pre-orders fulfilled sometime in August, though it might be sooner. I'm trying to give myself just like a little bit of extra time because of COVID and whatnot.
Yeah, look, it's important to build in margins. Just because, like, what if life gets busy? You're like, I could use a week to, like, not be stressed.
Yeah.
That's important.
Just factories right now, they're kind of like, yeah, we, like, assume it'll be this long, but we don't know exactly, so...
That's fair.
But yeah. Pins are like one of the things on my shop that take the shortest, so.
Very cool. But yeah, so definitely check out those pins. Ikaika, you say my name is short for Simon Tix? Like antics? Like antics? Is that what you're going for there? And Sarah, yes. I'm glad to hear that you're having a very quiet night. And enjoying the good chill vibes here. We do like chill vibes. That reminds me, I want to start this playlist over because we're almost at the end of it. And I don't want the playlist to end while we're in the middle of the stream. That would be not great.
Now for silence.
And now we will be very silent. Yeah, look at this. We've got only like 5 songs left. So we're gonna start over at the top. Little change of music there. Semantics. I do like semantics. Big fan of that. I like it.
I should base the base.
That makes sense.
I never paint bases, so stream is getting a first time.
I tend to just do solid color for bases. Mainly because I'm lazy.
Yeah. It's like I did the fun part. I don't want to do that.
That's fair. Although I have done like some like granite stone like texture ones before, which was pretty cool.
Ooh.
It took a while to like do some like wet blending basically. But that was a good base.
I feel like I should start disciplining myself to paint them first so that I get it out of the way and then do the rest of it.
Oh, I mean, maybe that would work.
Just to be like how I used to eat Lucky Charms, where I would force myself to eat all of the like boring oats first and then have the marshmallows all for the end.
That's fair. That's fair. We do like books, Ikaika. We do like books. Books!
Books.
The hands on this guy are like not real hands.
Yeah.
The hand just like disappears and it's like sword hilt.
Oh yeah.
Look, books are great. Yeah, that is I'm not sure what's up with the hand on this one, but it just doesn't quite exist. Oh well. I'm trying to like see if I'm actually missing it and it's really there. And every time I'll go like, oh maybe no, it's just less and less of a hand than what I was previously looking at. It's fine, it's okay. Books! Other gifts of session 1 of Tampo? Excellent. Excellent. You're crying, Paladin? You're crying? Oh no. Oh no. They are oftentimes very small and not particularly well sculpted, but oh well. I can't fix it.
Yeah, I feel like the issue with minis is that if like the hands are small, then like they're printed weird, or if you make them bigger, then your character just has like humongous hands.
Yeah, that's fair. That's very fair.
I noticed that with like Hero Forge sometimes.
Oh yeah.
I'll be like, oh my gosh, my character's hands are ginormous. But I get it. It's that making sure it prints accurately.
Yeah, it's fair.
Look, y'all, I painted a base.
Nice.
Praise base.
All your base are belongs to us. Oh, Nightbot says to drink water. Good thing I just filled up my water on break. I actually have more water to drink. Otherwise, I'd be dehydrated.
Nightbot, I will drink nondescript energy drink. Electrolyte drink.
Electrolytes are good. Now, on break, I did go eat some cookie dough, so I was very proud of that life choice.
I thought about it. I was like, maybe I'll grab my edible cookie dough, and then I was like, no, it's all after stream.
Ah, should have done it.
I didn't want to have the sugar in the back of my throat.
That's fair.
Ah, I just saw the caption for this combo gif. I think you know what it's for.
Probably. Does it have something to do with DJ Butter?
There's a couple of them actually in this
Nice.
in this thread.
That was a ridiculous idea that I had. I forget who I was telling this to. I was talking with Lucia afterwards. I legitimately I had the idea for it, but I hadn't actually put pen to paper for that until last Friday. I was on my lunch break and I was like, I suppose I should probably write this, shouldn't I? And so I just sat down and cranked it out.
I had to mute my mic because I was being so loud.
I live for the reactions though.
Laughing my butt off.
That is one of the reasons why I love doing the ad reads, is because I can do something that's just ridiculous, and get those laughs. It's one of my favorite things.
We'll have to go through the monster manual together and do more of your pickup lines that do psychic damage.
Oh. Yeah, that can happen at some point. Although that's only a once a year segment that DJ Butter does. So we'll have to wait for that
it's a once a year?
Well, that's what I said at the top, mainly because I just don't want to have to do it again. If I'm not feeling it, I just won't do it. I'll be like, year isn't up yet.
That's fair. That's fair.
But if we come up with something good, I'll do it again.
What segment are you gonna do then?
I don't know.
Are you continuing with the DJ Butters?
Maybe we'll have to see. I tend to play it by ear.
I'm so excited.
I accidentally painted over a little bit of the hand here, so I'm just going back over with my metallic stuff again. But then I'm gonna do the blade on the sword with the same thing. So it made sense to, make a whole another little bit of the same shade just to have it. But for those of you who maybe missed Tampo this past Friday, which is totally fine, like life happens and it's hard to keep up with stuff, I did an ad read bit where I played DJ Butter, the smooth talking, smooth jazz radio host, who did a segment called Pickup Lines That Deal Psychic Damage. And of course, it's an ad read. It's all about our sponsor for the show. Show does happen to be sponsored by Hit Point Press, so that's who we're talking about. The more I look at this, I legitimately think there's just like a hand guard around the sword, so I'm gonna paint it as if that's what it is. Sorry, I got sidetracked there. But so I told pickup lines that deal psychic damage, and were just ridiculous. Like so the first one that I did was something to the effect of like, "Hey baby, I heard you're sweet as a lollipop, and everyone knows that I suck. So why don't we team up?" And it just went downhill from there.
So good. So good. I need a teeny tiny brush for what I think I'm going to attempt to do.
You can do it.
This just got brushes everywhere.
Well, I mean, that's better than spilling paint everywhere, I suppose. Your husband might take note. Oh no, scrap threads. Look, I said this earlier, but like I really pride myself with like bad puns, wordplay, jokes. So like that's me. That's me. You're gonna get some bad wordplay, some bad puns. That's where the fun is.
Alright, I'm gonna try and do a stripe around this gourd.
I think you can do it. A little more of that paint.
Oh!
Oh no! What happened?
We got a home run. Where's my little stripe?
Oh, that looks so good. That looks so good.
While I have this green, I should detail his body.
This is why I invited Lucia to be on the stream, y'all, is because her art looks good and she's doing it quickly. So you'll actually have something interesting to watch. Aside from me going like, how do I get my paintbrush to touch the mini in a way that is satisfying for me? Which is legitimately half of what I've been doing here today, is just like rotating the mini to try to get things to touch where I want them to.
This is great for me because normally I'll be like trying to record myself doing art, and then I'll be like, okay, I'll turn the camera off for a minute, and then I forget for like 4 hours.
That's funny.
So this way, it is documented.
It
did
is
do it.
on the internet. Anyone can go and find it. Okay, there we go. Okay.
He's so wrinkly.
Ooh, I actually feel pretty good about that hand. I think I did okay on that. Nice. Good stuff. What's a phrase? Look, I said something, and now I'm concerned that I said something that out of context sounds really bad, Ikaika. What did I say? How embarrassed do I need to be? Do I need to write apology letters? I will. I just gotta know how bad it is. Like, am I apologizing, like, just to, like, trying to get the brush to touch the mini in a way that feels good to me? Oh, yeah. That's fair. That's a little odd. You make a good point. You make a good point. Too many Smutty Saturday streams. Look, Smutty Saturday is high quality primetime entertainment on Saturday evenings over at
Smutty Saturdays.
so over on the Lady Dames Twitch channel. We love LD here. She is one of my mods, a delightful friend. They do a segment every Saturday where they read low quality smut that has been published on the internet. And they kind of make fun of it and joke about it as they go, but like it's oftentimes deliberately like not great writing.
Well, you know.
But they read it and they do like something themed. So what did y'all do this past week? Was it like superhero themed?
As long as they don't do One Direction theme, because I don't want to be on there.
You do find some gems. This past week was Marvel. So you're saying that there might be some One Direction themed stuff out there that you've worked on, Lucia? Is that what you're saying?
Possibly.
Oh, where would someone find that on the internet? Just hypothetically, if they were looking.
You know, only on the best publishing sites of Wattpad and the like.
Okay. Duly noted. We're doing comic book stuff all month. I dig that. Yeah. That makes sense though. That makes a lot of sense, LD, because you probably want to just stay out of anything that could potentially have morally gray areas when it comes to legality. So that makes good sense. Good sense. Seems like you're off the hook, Lucia.
Thank goodness. I think I was like, oh man. I think I just got out of 5th grade actually.
Oh dang. Look, we all get started writing somewhere, but I love that that's like your origin story.
I wrote some stuff before that, I think, but you know, that was where my career really took off.
I'm gonna choose to believe that that's your origin story. Oh goodness.
Yeah, I look back on that and it's like, I can't believe that people around me were just like cool with being obsessed with real people.
I don't know. I had a lot of friends who were super into One Direction at the time too, so I get that. My first venture into writing fiction of any type was, well, so that's a lie. My first venture into writing fiction of any type was I was inspired by the Aragon books, and I wrote a book about kids who found dragon eggs. That was basically Aragon, but multiple people. I feel like I had okay action writing there, but I've lost that manuscript forever, so it cannot be found. It is on the hard drive of an old computer that no longer exists. The computer like blue screened, and we never got anything off the hard drive.
Whatever you say.
But my second attempt at fiction writing was for a high school freshman English class. We had to write a short story in like groups, and so my team, we did a group. We told a story about how Master Chief and the Pillsbury Doughboy and Ahmed, the dead terrorist, who was, a character from the Jeff Dunham comedian, which has not aged well, for the record.
Oh, yeah.
Has not aged well at all.
Nope.
And they went on an adventure to save our English teacher from... I forget who the villain was. I forget who the villain was. But, like, it was this, like, random assortment of characters from, like, TV commercials, video games, all, like, going to save our English teacher from this bad guy. It was very interesting. Not good writing at all, but...
It's better
fascinating.
than, like, every One Direction fan fiction started off with being, like... Oh my gosh. I never wrote any of this, but I remember, like, the popular thing in the past was, like, your parents were struggling with money, so you got sold to be, like, One Direction's groupie or something.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
And speaking of like not aging well.
Yeah, that doesn't age well at all.
Nope.
That's woof. Woof. Dinotopia? We're talking about Dinotopia? I like Dinotopia. I just like dinos. I like dinosaurs. I wrote a one-page RPG about dinosaurs. I haven't published it. It's in the works. I have to go and edit it. But I wrote it, and it's fun because it's about dinosaurs.
About dinosaur lives or real dinosaurs?
Real dinosaurs in space.
Oh. I added a little bead to his beaded necklace. So he has
Nice.
a singular yellow bead.
Nice. It's because I haven't published it yet, LD. I did a playtesting session one time, and it went well. But I have to actually go in and make some tweaks because I need to change a couple of the mechanics. Yeah, space dinosaurs! It's about dinosaurs traveling in space. Oh, that's a bummer. That's a bummer, Reek. Tell y'all what, though, I have read some really good, like, I mixed this skin tone and I never actually did anything with it. I'm disappointed in myself. Okay, hold up. Maybe if I put a little water on there, will it figure itself out? Hey, LD. Hey, you need it? I'm working on it, okay? Give me some time. I gotta get my life together. I gotta move across the country, okay? Once I've got that all figured out, I'll try to make it happen.
Painting his little toenails.
The little toenails. Self has some very, very sharp eyebrows. Like, the eyebrow ridge is super sharp and very well defined.
eyebrows are the frames to the windows of the soul.
The frames to the windows of the soul.
That's what I said.
I like that. I might steal it. If eyebrows are the frames to the windows of the soul, what are the cheekbones? Because like some sharp cheekbones are like that's tasty right there. Hey Graham, how are you, my friend?
They're like the house's foundation.
The house's foundation? Cheekbones are the house's foundation. I can agree with that.
Cheekbones are the porch. They could be the porch. Sip on some lovely coffee on the cheekbones in the morning.
I thought you were about to say sit on some cheekbones. I was like, yeah, look, you know. Look, I'm not. Look, we don't judge here. Oh. Hey. Thanks, Graham.
I'm gonna add some green to the base, I think.
I dig that, Brian. I dig that. I'm here for it. Cheekbones of the porch.
Paint is drying up on my palette.
No.
So gross.
No.
It's alright.
I hate when my paint dries.
This one I'm not too worried about because I'm using my cheapy stuff.
Well, that's fair. Right, do that.
Did anyone figure out why Don Cheadle was trending today?
No. I didn't even see that he was trending. Although, to be fair, I did not check Twitter very often today while I was at work. I scheduled all of my tweets that went out today so that I didn't have to think about it.
Well, it was funny because, like, normally when somebody is trending, it'll tell you, like, it'll give, like, a subject as to, like, why. Or, like, what that person's affiliated with. So, like, if, you know, Jacksepticeye is trending, it'll be under, like, the gaming category.
Right. Yeah.
Don Cheadle was trending today, but it was, like, under the category of Don Cheadle.
Interesting. So maybe he, like, did an interview or something. And so, you know, it's just like, oh, he showed up on NBC because he did an interview with so-and-so about upcoming movie. I don't know.
Yeah, I was like, why is he trending? And nobody knew.
I don't know.
Alright. I suppose I should do eyes.
Eyes are probably a good thing for your turtle to have.
Or I could finish this staff and avoid the eyes.
Another good idea. Also a very good idea. All right. For the hair here, I'm going to do some gray with a little black mixed in, but a little bit of brown mixed in, and I'm not going to blend it fully when I'm mixing it on my palette so that I've got kind of like a nice like variety of shades that appear. Did they? I mean, it could be that they were talking about Armor Wars. That's possible.
Oh, maybe. I looked through the tag briefly to try and figure it out. Couldn't figure it out. Everybody was just talking about how it was like his own, his own category.
Look, sometimes you're just that important of a person, you know? One day I hope to have a category all to myself on the internet. I'll call it friendship.
That's a good one.
And then I can tell people that I've like copyrighted friendship, and that everyone has to be my friend.
Oh, you're not like suing them. They just have to. Like...
No. They just, in order to use the word, they have to be my friend too.
You're gonna have like You're gonna have to like change the rules at Facebook for that many people to be friends with you.
Oh, that's totally fair, Brian. I get that. I've done that several times before, actually. Where I'll be like, oh, I know I'm gonna lose followers, but like I still gotta say it. And so you go and try to figure out how many you lose. The challenge there is then when you also like get followers, and so you're like trying to do the math, like, okay, so I got 5 more, but I lost 15, so it's a net change of 10. That's always a good time. Nightbot says to drink water again. It's like it's trying to keep us hydrated or something.
Oh my gosh.
Pushy. I'll do
Needy
it.
Nightbot.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
Here's my proof.
Good.
It is enhanced water though.
Right. It's better than normal water. It's special water.
I don't know what color I want to do the end of this thingy. I suppose blue.
Blue's a good color.
I normally don't quote it as being one of my favorites, but then anytime I'm painting minis, I seem to use it the most.
Doesn't have to be your favorite color for you to use it. Blue goes with most things.
Blue is a neutral in mini game, mini world.
Yep, that's true. Alright, I'll have to go back over this with another shade of skin tone because I've gotten a little bit of the hair color on my dude's face. Ah! Political. Someone's gonna get hot. Look, that's fair. That happens.
Get hot.
Yeah, you know, like get fired up. Get spicy.
Oh. Thought you meant like conventionally attractive.
Look, someone could get hot if you like find out that they're politically like into the same stuff. You're like, yeah, ooh, hey, I never realized. You don't say.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
It's totally how that works, right?
I mean, y'all do you.
So wait a minute, you voted the same way that I did? Ah.
Oh, I really hope not. Not on this thread anyway. Oh no.
Oh? Okay. All right. That's fair, Brian. That's totally fair. I mean, and I'm a little bit joking, but at the same time, like there have been people that I've like been interacting with on Twitter. Then like I find out, oh hey, like they're actually like they believe in the same thing that I go on. Oh wait a minute, actually, I like them a lot more all of a sudden. Not so much as like oh like hold up, like you voted for Bernie. Oh hey, maybe I do like you, but like sometimes you respect someone a little more where you find out like, oh yeah, I think we're like of the same mind on this type of thing. Or someone that you might have previously thought like maybe you didn't agree with on all things, but still like respected. Now you're like, oh dang, no, I agree with this person. I think they're on the right track. Or maybe I'm just talking out my ass. One of the two. All right. A little more skin tone because I done goofed.
I was trying to find this post the other day. Somebody had painted this mini of like it was like a feminine figure laid over like, I don't know, a bed or like a big thing of rock or something, and they had painted it so that the fabric on top of her looked like kind of translucent.
Oh, I think I saw that.
I was like, oh my gosh, that's like, I was so impressed.
I mean, that's like kind of the same level of like the Greeks who can make a sculpture out of marble look like someone is wearing like a thin sheer fabric.
Yeah.
Like, it's just ridiculously cool. Have a good night, Scrap Threads. Thank you so much for hanging out and joining us. Always great to see you here. Hopefully I didn't give your husband any ideas on bad pickup lines. Or good pickup lines, rather.
You definitely did.
But look, if I did, I'm not sorry. All right.
Yeah, sheer fabric is tough to paint. I was literally looking at it like, I was like, oh, that's cool. And then I realized that it was all painted to look that way, and I was like, holy moly. Holy cannoli.
Some people are just more talented than I will be, and that is okay.
I'll have to see if I can find it. So good. I'm sure I could ask the Twitter space and somebody would be like, oh, that was such and such.
Probably. People are pretty good about, like, keeping track of who's doing what cool stuff, I feel like. You would rather paint non-metallic metals than sheer fabric? That's fair. That's yeah. I don't think I could do either. It's a level of skill that I don't have.
Right, I have stalled with
You've stalled?
the staff. So that's kind of what it looks like. I suppose I would do the face.
Okay.
I am scared.
Nah, you got this. You got this. You're gonna do great, Lucia.
Where is... It's always the eyes.
Hey, Doug. How are you today? We're doing all right. Just painting some minis. Hanging out. But it's great to see you. And I hope you're having a wonderful evening.
I did once do makeup on a mini. That was really
Oh, that's pretty cool.
tedious.
I can imagine.
It looks like he's got big ol' eyes.
Big ol' eyes. There's nothing wrong with big eyes.
So I'll go back in with the blue and just once that's dry.
Sure, sure.
I think I want to do blue eyes, or I could do yellow eyes. I don't know.
All right. I think it's actually maybe time for me to do eyes on my hair over here. We'll see. That's a terrifying thought. I need to break out my white.
I also feel like his jacket could use some embellishments. Perhaps I will do that as well to also stall again.
Just do it, Lucia. You can do it.
Alright. Let's do it with the light.
Just a hint of gray in here so that it's not a pure white. It'll stand out against the rest of the figure. I want it to be just a little bit off-white. More of an eggshell, maybe. Look at me using fancy art words.
Wow.
Yeah, I would consider myself an artist, thank you.
That's good, you should.
Look, Doug, I don't know that I have the skill for mini painting either, nor the patience necessarily. But, you know, I just it's calming, and so I'm doing it. Okay. This sword is kind of in the way of where I'm trying to get in here.
Okay, we're good.
And I'm not quite confident enough in my ability to move it out of the way, so I'm just gonna... Yeah, we're gonna have googly eyes.
Have you ever seen those like professional pinstripers?
Maybe?
Gosh, their stuff is so cool. They do like freehand stripes on like cars, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, every time I watch the video, I'm like, how? It's so cool.
Ridiculous amounts of talent, I'm sure. So I have successfully managed to get paint on the cheekbones and not in the eye socket. So we're just gonna go back over that with some skin tone and just try again until eventually we build up enough of an eyeball in the cheek socket that it's impossible to miss.
This is how far we've gotten on the stripes so far, folks.
Oh,
Anxiety
look
is
at that.
real.
Oh, look at that. You're killing it, Lucia. Killing it.
I just feel like his little coat is so plain. I'm also trying to keep it in view.
Okay, try again. Had to mix up a teeny little bit more skin tone, so I'd used it all.
Okay, it's a little chunky, but it's not bad.
Ah, you're doing great.
A little chunk.
A little chonk, we love it. It's getting late. That's totally cool, Brian. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate it. I don't know if we'll be done when you get back or not. Well, we'll certainly see. But if we do happen to be done, I hope you have a wonderful night. And if not, we'll be here. It just depends. I don't know how much later we're gonna go, or if we're gonna try to finish the minis tonight, or just get to a decent stopping point. We'll see. Your supervisor at work is a professional airbrush artist, Tom? That's pretty cool. I am sure that takes incredible amounts of talent and skill and practice, all that I don't have.
Airbrush has always like eluded me. I don't understand how it works.
I'm gonna try to go for a thinner pointed brush here. I'm gonna use this one.
I feel like I should do a double stripe, but I don't want to mess it up.
I believe in you.
Okay. I'll do one around the cuff.
Okay. I I've got my super duper detailed one from Army Painter. Let's see if I can get the eyeball with this. Not really. Not really getting any closer.
Alright, we've got 2 stripes around.
Actually, I got it on the other one. So let's just try to redo. Let's just try to redo the one eye. It's gonna start to get clumpy in here if I don't get careful because I'm just dropping layer on layer on layer. And you know, we don't like clumping. Yeah, that cloak has turned out phenomenally. Dinotopia! I wrote Dinos in Space 1-page RPG, Kaika, and then I haven't published it because I still need to go edit it.
Okay. Like holding my breath.
You're doing great.
Faithful focus. Oh, there he is.
You're doing great.
It's a little schwobbly, but you know. It's alright.
It's the story of my life. It's Schwably.
Schwobbly. Okay, I feel like I should go back to eyeballs, but I don't want to. Scary.
I know that y'all can't see my face right now on stream is because I'm super focused. So I've maybe almost got a decent eyeball. I think I kind of got it. Try using a black pen for the eyes. I don't know that I have a small enough pointed pen at the moment. I might have to go and invest in one.
Okay.
That is absolutely a great idea.
I think I will do blue eyes. For the aesthetic.
You got it?
Yeah, I'm just, I'm so nervous.
Oh, you're gonna do great. You're gonna do great.
Alright.
Look at how great you've already done. How could you do anything but?
Oh! Okay. One done.
So one of his eyes is a little crooked, but I think that's fine. I think it's fine. I've got a crooked eye. It's okay. Eyes are the hardest part. It's fine.
Alright. See if it'll focus. Oh my gosh. See if it'll focus. Camera.
If it doesn't, we can...
There it
oh, there we
goes.
go. Oh, very nice.
It's got little eyeballs.
Yeah, that looks good.
I might go in and try and add like a white eye shine, but we'll see how brave I'm feeling.
That looks really good, Lucia.
Thank you. getting to the point where I'm almost done with him. Alright.
It's a good point to be reaching. So we're kind of, you know, maybe getting to a point where we'll wind down here in the next few minutes. I don't know. So, you know, being at a good stopping point is a good place to be.
Ooh. It's so cute. Let's see if you can see that.
Oh, I love that.
Just the tiniest of eye shines. Yeah, so I added stripes around his cuff there
Very nice.
and around his coat.
Have them look at their swords where they have it in their hands up. That's a good point, too. Because looking straight ahead is always going to be a little bit weird, but... Yeah, one of mine is like kind of looking up, and the other one is looking straight ahead.
That's alright.
It's because my hand shook as I did the one that's looking up. It was like, nope. But that's fine. Eyes have always been my weakness. I don't expect that to change anytime soon. Does have eyes like chameleons? They can see all targets. That's right. That's right, Ikaika. You make a convincing argument. I'm just drawing accurate eyes. That's what they call dark vision. That's funny. But that also explains why he's like just stabbing people behind him while like, you know, doing an action sequence, shoot, 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 stab, shoot, shoot, shoot. Like, that's it. It's just Legolas, just he's got one eye behind him. Good old chameleon eye. I love it.
I think my little dude is good. I don't want to keep adding layering paint.
That's fair. I'm just going to toss a little base on mine, and then I think I'll be done. And I'm just going to do something basic. Thinking maybe like grayish brownish, like a dirt kind of tone, and then I'll be done.
Alright, I am going to move my camera back up so you're not just staring at my desk.
That's fair. Hello.
Oh man, this was so fun.
Yeah. You did a really good job on that, Minnie.
We'll have to see if I do get another camera, if we could set it up to have both running.
Oh, you're doing a paint along, Tom? Nice.
I don't know how interesting it would be to watch my face though.
I don't know. That's
'Cause,
okay.
Most of the time, I'm pretty sure it was just not doing anything with it.
Look, I know that my face is always interesting because I'm usually like, just like making strange faces as I like react to whatever it is that I'm doing. I'm surprising myself like, oh, wow, that looks really bad.
Yeah. Or, you know, you all could watch me lick my paintbrushes.
Look, we could do that. Is that what the after show is?
Because, it's like the easiest way to form them back. I don't know what to tell you.
You see, I use like a damp paper towel because I've got one that I'm like cleaning stuff off, so I'll just use the damp paper towel and do it. It's probably not, I don't know, maybe as effective. I don't know.
That's a thing now, the BLA, Brush Lickers Alliance. Thank you! I would gladly be a part of that alliance.
Nice. Nice. I'm sure that's a good club. You should get, like, you know, matching Letterman jackets or something.
I'm gonna turn this down just a tad. There we go. Yeah. Once again. Oh wow, look, the
so
camera
well.
focused it so
Yeah, that
nicely,
autofocus
actually.
likes you. It's cooperating. I can't get mine to work, but...
Because I used to be a beauty guru, so...
Ah, so it just, like, knows.
Yeah.
It's a skill. You've got a practiced skill, and I'm over here like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Hand.
I thought I was trying.
See, now it's not focusing on my face. That's
Aha! Foiled again.
There it goes.
Hey, that's not a bad alliance right there of people who lick brushes.
Thank you. I'm proud of my turtle. You know, trying to keep it in camera and also make it look good. I feel like
You nailed it.
Did all right.
You nailed it.
Let me take this sticker off. I'm not promoting a company that hasn't sponsored us or anything.
Now, speaking of which, though, if someone does want to sponsor us, you know, just shoot us a message. We'll make that happen.
Yeah, undescript electrolyte water.
I'm looking at you, drink that rhymes with Aid.
Thank you. I'm proud of my turtle.
Good. You did a very good job with your turtle.
It'll be interesting to see what I have for next time.
Fortunately, you've got a little bit of time to get that squared away. Because I've got to move across the country.
Well, hey, good luck with that.
You know, I think it'll be okay. So long as I don't, like, get lost in the mountains, I should be fine.
No, nobody ever does that.
No. Not at all. All right, just wrapping up the base here. Should be like 2 seconds. Got a little gray brown.
Maybe for next time I'll clean my palette.
You could, but it seemed like, you know, you and Danny were really bonding over the messy palette.
Maybe we should do like a after dark where I clean it on stream so everybody gets the peelies.
You could do that. That wouldn't be bad.
We could call it after dark appealing.
After dark appealing. I like that. I like that.
Here it is in its full glory.
Magnificent.
Everyone. This is my my paint rag as well. Definitely not an old t-shirt.
Delightful. Alrighty, well, I think I'm done here. So, what let's do? Let's see if I can flip this really quick to be just my face and not show the second camera, and then that might. Okay, y'all are gonna watch this live for a second. Just don't mind me as I do tech stuff real quick.
Oh.
Oh.
We're resizing.
Just drop that under that frame. Yeah. We've made it. Hello, it's me. Let me see if I can show this. Oh, it's still wet. I shouldn't touch that.
Beautiful.
Cooperate.
Use your
Focus.
Your palm.
It just doesn't wanna. How? Hold on, I've got a tool for this. Hold up. Don't mind me. I have a literal tool to control this. Okay. All right.
You got it.
Hold up. I gotta pull this here. Okay. Nope. No. Wait.
We got it.
There we go. I got it. You know, got some nice purple clothing.
Beautiful.
Got some dude's heads on his side. He's got one little kind of janky eye, but got some nice metal stuff there on his boots, on his arms.
That looks so good.
And a nice kind of black and gray highlights. Oh, let's spin that out of the way. Hold up. Black and gray highlights on the coat, and some kind of grayish, blackish, brownish hair. There's a couple spots that I missed. I'll go in and clean that up with a wash later, probably, but y'all don't have to suffer through that. And then there we go. Oh. There we go. Okay, all right. I've got that set back up.
Fix it.
It's definitely good enough for tabletop, which means it's good enough for me.
Yeah, it looks great.
Well, this was fun, Lucia.
This was
Thanks.
so fun.
Thanks for hanging out. I'm trying to think, are there any like final thoughts or final things before we wrap up here?
I don't know. I think if we do another show, I'll probably paint this knoll.
A knoll, nice. You're already prepared. I haven't even thought about what I would do next.
I'm trying to give the people some incentive.
Some incentive? Okay, that's fair.
Um,
I feel like enough incentive is just the ridiculous conversation. I think I dropped the little plastic piece that... Oh, no, there it is. I found it. I know what I'm doing. Just to get the... I put the little plastic pieces on my paintbrushes to protect the bristles. Anyways, I think just the ridiculous conversations is plenty of incentive. But that's a pretty cool mini.
Oh yeah. I'd like to, if we do continue, I'll probably look for some that are painted or printed by like some small businesses and stuff. I think that'd be really cool.
That'd be really cool to like, support some small creators too while we're at it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I want to do 2 quick shout outs before we wrap up. The first is I've got this shirt from a friend of mine. It's got the initials HTS, which stands for Here to Stay. This is made by a phenomenal content creator and a friend of mine named Bree, or Breedu. Sometimes she hangs out here in chat. Is this incredible black... Actually, I think I just used the pronoun she, they. They hang out here in chat with us sometimes and are remarkable. And this is kind of their flagship brand that they're just kind of launching, basically like promoting diversity in tabletop gaming and the digital space, saying, hey, we're here to stay. You can't get rid of us, which I think is a huge thing that I want to support. On top of that, I'll just shout out Tampo on Fridays at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Come and join us as we play some D&D in the Islands of Sina Una setting. We play bickering.
Elderly people.
Just us elderly ladies over here. We play bickering in-laws, and it's a good time.
I knew it started with an L.
Yeah, one of those things.
Sort of.
One of those things. Go please check out Lucia's pre-orders on the pins. You've got the restock of candles this weekend.
Yep.
Yeah. And most importantly, I would say have a good night. Have a good rest of your week. I'll be streaming again tomorrow. I think I'm going to do more Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms because that was fun last week. Just kind of a chill time. Yeah, I think that's all we got. So, yeah, let's go ahead and toss it to the end screen. And we're going to figure out who we're going to raid because we always raid at the end of streams. That's what we do. That's how the Twitch community supports one another. So I'm going to take us to the end screen. We're going to go raid someone. I will put the raid call in chat now. Use my emotes if you have them.
His name is John C.
Oh, hello. I see that you have just walked in. Friends from the Fae Forged Academy. What's up, Mando Wookie? Hello. We are just winding down. We were painting minis today. I painted a little elven rogue. Lucia painted a turtle monk. It is so great to see y'all's lovely faces. But as I said, we are winding down. So I hope that you had a wonderful stream. But we're kind of wrapping up to go raid someone. Do y'all want to go on a trip? I think this is a field trip. Let's go raid someone cool. And we'll see y'all later. I'm gonna toss the end screen. We'll get the raid queued up. Take care of one another. Take care of yourselves, and have a great night.
Just don't feel right. I think I feel much better.